What up, guys? What up? What up? What up? Let me see if I could wipe off this off a little bit. Just want to go live for just a couple of minutes, talk with you guys a little bit if anybody joins in, talk about Marcus Golden signing the tender and anything else you guys want to be able to talk about. I usually go live when it comes to like smaller news like this that I'm probably not going to make a video about. I'm probably not going to make a video about Marcus Golden officially signing the tender. I'm probably taking a day off of making the videos today, so I just wanted to come on and talk to you guys for a little bit. We got a couple people coming up in the chat. Edward Chan, what's going on, brother? Kevin Cronin, what's going on? Yeah, I just wanted to talk with you guys about anything really. King Ju- King Justin in the chat. I just drank soda, so I just drank soda, so yeah. Got that gas bubbles coming up a little bit. What's going on, King Justin? What's going on? Raymond Manafi says, "Yo, Kid Blue, you safe from the winds?" Yeah. There's been some winds happening today. A little bit of rain happening today. But as far as the whole storm goes, that's out. If you don't know, I'm in Florida. I live in Florida now. So I mean that Isaias hurricane, I didn't even notice that it came. So, Kevin Cronin says, "Go Phillies, Sixers, and Flyers." Philly fan. Uh, well, I guess. But yeah, Marcus Golden officially signs a tender. He is now officially a New York Giant. As I made a video before saying he was officially a New York Giant, but not knowing that he did not sign the tender. Now he signed the tender. He is now officially a New York Giant, and it brings up a lot of questions. What's going on, Izzy Cut? It brings up a lot of questions on, how the Giants are going to use Marcus Golden. Just being that we're trying to develop some pass rushers. Are we gonna give more playing time to these pass rushers? How are we gonna use these pass rushers, and how are we gonna rotate them around? Just because we're running a different scheme now, and so I don't know how the Giants are gonna manage things because Marcus Golden is pretty much not the future. I mean, he's 29 years old. He's not old. He's not on the other side of 30 yet, but how many of our players will have 5 sacks this year? Wow, that's actually a really good question, Raymond, because I think all of them it's gonna be scattered, man. These edge rushers are gonna be scattered. Golden getting 6 sacks. I could see Golden leading the team again in sacks. I don't necessarily think that he'll probably reach 10 again. Maybe he will reach 10 again. Who knows? But I could see Marcus Golden having 8 or 9, and O'Shane Jimenez having 6, 7, Lorenzo Carter having 4 or 5. I think it's gonna be scattered. I don't think there's gonna be one set edge rusher to like lead them all. I don't think we're gonna be getting a 11 and a half, 10 and 11 and a half, 12 and a half sack guy. Um, Marcus Golden 10 and a half sacks. Book it. I mean, I hope so. Of course, I would hope so. What's going on, Hub? What's going on, G-Man 409? What's going on, guys? Thank you guys so much for joining the stream. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you guys want to as well. Um, but yeah, it's very interesting talking about Marcus Golden, and this is a conversation you can have, um, and debate about because it's like these whole edge rushers situation is kind of complicated when it comes to the Giants, just because we have a lot of average talent, right? That's what happens when you're dealing with a lot of average talent. Um, you got a bunch of guys where we don't even know who's going to lead the team in sacks because none of them are really capable of doing so. So Marcus Golden is probably my best bet right now. Now a lot of people try to go, and take the high road and say, oh, I'll say O'Shane Jimenez, I'll say Lorenzo Carter just to be different. But we all know it's going to be Marcus Golden again. He's probably the most experienced veteran we have, experienced pass rusher we have. Will it come from the interior? Will it come from Leonard Williams? I don't think so. That's something that a lot of people like to bring up too is Leonard Williams, but I don't see Leonard Williams ever, leading the team in sacks. I don't see him really being much productive. He was known for being a pass rushing inside, interior defender. But he's pretty much a run stuffing interior defender that's slimmed down a little bit. I mean, I don't see him rushing the passer as much as a lot of people think. I gotta do more film reviews for you guys. You guys used to love those. I gotta take out the time because doing film reviews takes a little bit of time to do, and I'll answer you guys a question in a second. Um, doing film reviews is a little bit hard to, I mean, complicated to do just because I have to go through the film myself and pick out the clips I want to showcase, and then I gotta record them, then I gotta edit them. So it takes time, but I definitely want to start on the Nick Gates one because you guys know I have an opinion on Nick Gates. And I finally figure out why I don't like about Nick Gates, but I'll get into that when I make the video. I don't want to spoil it now. But a couple of things I don't like about Nick Gates. And I want to do a Ryan Connolly film review for all the Ryan Connolly haters out there. Ryan Connolly is a much better pass cover linebacker than you guys think. I'm telling you right now, go watch the film on Ryan Connolly pass coverage, okay? I know he was known in college as a run-stuffing thumper and a blitzer in the inside. But I promise you, he learned how to pass cover with the Giants. I don't know how he did it, but he did. I'm telling you right now, you guys got to go watch the film. Let's go back in the chat a little bit. Quincy Enunwa is a free agent. Should we sign him for depth? I don't think Ryan Connolly is overhyped. Edward Chan, don't make me blow up, man. Don't make me blow up. But yeah, he said Edward Chan also said should we sign Quincy Enunwa, and I don't think so. Just because Quincy Enunwa has injury issues, and we're already dealing with an offense that can't stick together. Or we're dealing with an offense that never was fully complete all last season. I don't know how valuable Quincy Enunwa will be. Don't get me wrong. Quincy Enunwa, if we do sign him and he does stay healthy, he would probably be more worth than he is signed for. Meaning he'll probably put up more production than what we're paying him for. But I just don't think he will play a full 16 games. He gets hurt every year, and the Jets are the. It's crazy. It tells you why the Jets really got rid of Quincy Enunwa. They have wide receiver issues. I mean, Quincy Enunwa before Brashad Perryman got there was pretty much their saving grace right now in the wide receiving core. But Brashad Perryman went there, and then they drafted Denzel Mims, and I believe they have Crowder, right? What's his name? The guy that came from Washington to the Jets. I forgot his name. You guys remember his name? The slot receiver in there. But anyway, they're not very good. I mean, the Jets receivers aren't very good. You would think if they wanted to keep him around and give him a chance, they would. That tells you probably shouldn't sign Quincy Enunwa unless you're a team that just needs depth. We don't need depth. We have depth at the wide receiver position. We need more starters. Okay, we're trying to get these depth guys into starters, but Quincy Enunwa is a starter, but he's gonna be a depth player on another team that already has good wide receivers. You could look at the Kansas City Chiefs. Quincy Enunwa is more of a possession guy. The Kansas City Chiefs are more of speedsters and burners. They could use a possession guy. Kansas City would be a perfect landing spot for Quincy Enunwa. Could also see him probably landing with the Jets. I mean, not the Jets. The Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills have a lot of slot receivers, and they also have Stephon Diggs. So they have some decent depth. They could use a possession guy over there as well. I'm trying to think of any other teams that can use Quincy Enunwa. Maybe the Rams. The Rams have a pretty set wide receiver core. They could use Quincy Enunwa. But there are a couple of teams that can use Quincy Enunwa. I don't think the Giants are one of them. I think the Giants need starters. We need starters at that wide receiver position if we're going to grab anybody up. We don't really have the room for depth right now. And we don't really have the cap space to be burning on somebody that odds are they're going to get hurt, honestly. But if you guys enjoyed the stream, make sure you guys hit that like button. Logic says Nick Gates 2020. You're crazy. Blake Martinez is underhyped. I don't. Edward Chan, you got your priorities all mixed up, my guy. You got your priorities all mixed up. He said Connolly is overrated, but Blake Martinez is underrated. I don't know what you're saying there, man. I don't know what you're saying there. We don't speak the same language. That guy's gonna have a great season. Just wait on it. Nick Gates, Nick Gates needs to learn how to kick slide. Okay, Nick Gates is not kick slide. He keeps both his feet together, and you're just asking for an edge rusher to bull rush you, and you to be knocked on your behind. Okay, Nick Gates got lucky with a lot. Like you watch his play versus the Jets. The Jets had a terrible pass rush. If you put Nick Gates and his same play, his same performance that he played against a better pass rushing team, Nick Gates would be knocked on his butt constantly. Henry Anderson sucks, okay? And Nick Gates handled Henry Anderson and Jordan Jenkins just fine. But, they didn't bull rush him. If they would have bull rushed him a couple of times without Nick Gates landing the anchor and kick sliding, Nick Gates would have been knocked on his butt constantly. Go watch the Jets film, man. I watched the Jets film, and I'm gonna be making a video. I'm gonna make a video on Nick Gates soon, guys. Trust me, I'm gonna make a video on Nick Gates soon, and you guys will really know why I'm not really enthusiastic about Nick Gates. He's not a terrible player. Let me get that straight. Nick Gates is not a terrible player. Okay, but he's not the starter you guys think he is because he had 3 decent games against bad teams. He started against the Jets. The Jets struggled to get a pass rush all season last year. Of course, any team's gonna look. Bobby Hart would have looked good against the Jets. Okay. Damn you! I take a shot every time you said Quincy in the past alcohol poisoning. Did I really say it that many times? Guys, gonna get picked up because I feel injuries are injuries are gonna play a part. Now I'm saying Blake Martinez will have a great season, not Nick Gates. Blake Martinez will probably have a good season statistically because he's a tackle machine, and I do think Blake Martinez is probably gonna have the best season he's had in the NFL because I think he's going to be utilized in a different way with Patrick Graham because remember Patrick Graham wasn't the defensive coordinator, so he wasn't really designing plays around Blake Martinez. I think that may be different, and I think that's why Blake Martinez wanted to come to the Giants because maybe Patrick Graham enticed him and said, "Hey, I'll use you the right way. I'll use you the way you want to be used." Because Blake Martinez, came out against the Packers and said they didn't use him right. They used him as a cleanup tackler, and he's not lying. He is not lying. Blake Martinez is not giving an excuse. So I agree with you there, Logix. I do agree with you there, okay? When it comes to Blake Martinez, he was not lying. The Packers used him as a cleanup guy. I said that even before he came out and said that. So I do believe he's going to have a better season. I'm out, bro. See you for the Young Guns. All right, the Hub, I see you, man. Hey, man, Halo's coming out, crossplay and free multiplayer, man, so we know we got to get on that. Hey, kid, any chance we fight for the 7th seed wild card or not yet? I don't. G-Man, I want to be enthusiastic. I want to be positive, and I am going to be positive, but I'm going to be realistically positive and say that no, the Giants will not compete. If we were in the AFC, possibly. I know in the AFC they have the super teams. They have the Baltimore Ravens, and you have the Kansas City Chiefs. You have the Patriots there, but that's pretty much it. When it comes to the NFC, I mean, there are so many teams that are going to compete in the NFC. 3 teams could come out of the NFC West. Two or 3 teams. No, I'll say 2 teams could come out of the NFC North. The East, I don't know. I mean, but the NFC South, I mean, you never know. You never know what the Panthers are going to be, but you know the Saints are going to be a part of it. You don't know what the Falcons are going to be, and you know the Bucks are coming up. I mean, the NFC is full of talented teams that are going to be competitive this year. If we were in the AFC, I think I would think we would have had a chance if we were in the AFC to reach a seventh seed wild card because I don't think the AFC is as strong as the NFC. I get that the AFC has the strongest teams, but not the majority of them. They're very top heavy. The AFC is very top heavy. Which is part of the reason why these AFC teams are so great because they're beating up on all the crappy AFC teams. With my opinion. I don't know, man. Most of Martinez's tackles were tripping players. Well, yeah, that's the reason, Edward. He was an inside linebacker, and as an inside linebacker, you're supposed to be the first one to players. You're supposed to be the first one to the running back, first one laying the blocks and eating up the blocks. Okay, but the Packers watching him on film, the Packers didn't use him that way. The Packers made him stay back and wait till Zadarius Smith made a play, Preston Smith made a play. So he was just a cleanup guy. So he was a guy where the action was already at. He wasn't causing any action. Of course, there are some plays where he laid the first hit, but that's not mostly how he was used. He was a contained guy. So yeah, he's going to be tripping players. He's going to be, setting up, eating up blocks or whatever. And not really being the focus of the play. And if you can really catch what I'm saying, he even said it, young guy like Darnell Savage, he was playing off of a rookie in Darnell Savage. They prioritized Darnell Savage over Blake Martinez over there in Green Bay, which is one of the reasons why he left in the first place. He just, he didn't want to be there anymore. He felt like his talents weren't being used in the right way. And I agree with him. From what I've seen on film, I don't think he's gonna be great. Don't get me wrong. I think he's probably gonna have the best season he's had with the in the NFL with the Giants, that he's had with the Green Bay Packers. But I don't think Blake Martinez is gonna be a star. I don't think he's going to be a star. His coverage skills are lacking. They need to get a lot better. Our best coverage linebacker right now, guys. Our best coverage linebacker is probably Jabril Peppers, and he's not even a linebacker. Okay, he was used last year because we had nobody else. But our best coverage linebacker, legit, our best coverage linebacker is probably Ryan Connolly, and he's not even a fantastic pass cover linebacker, but he is a pass. He can pass cover. Borden Arrow says, who disliked the stream, man? It happens. It happens. Some people just get in the stream and then dislike it automatically. It's okay. I'm here for the guys that like the stream. So, Mike Nixon, what's going on, buddy? What's up, Kid Blue? Drink any cran grape? Yeah, I got some cran grape downstairs, man. I got some cran grape downstairs. Yeah, he's not saying he's a superstar, but he could be a solid middle linebacker, which is what we lacked since my man Antonio Pierce. Yeah, man, we've just been looking for an Antonio Pierce. And Antonio Pierce is no way, shape, or form like a Hall of Fame inside linebacker. He's so great. He's a Giants great. He's not an NFL great. But Antonio Pierce got the job done, man. Or Antonio Pierce just got the job done, and that's what we're looking for, man. I really hoped. I was really like bummed out when John Beeson, the situation with John Beeson, because he was a hell of a linebacker. John Beeson was one of the best inside linebackers around, and during that time, even with the Panthers, and we grabbed him up, and he was injury plagued. Even going back to Carolina, John Beeson had injuries, and we signed a couple of other guys during that span. We signed somebody in 2015 that played with the Gerald Hodges. Gerald Hodges wasn't too bad at the times. For the very very small time we had Gerald Hodges. I believe it was Gerald Hodges. Correct me if I'm wrong. We had him for like a half a year or something like that, but he played well in that span. And then he went back with the 49ers, I believe. So Martinez will get the job done. Just wait. Yeah, I mean, he'll probably be our best inside linebacker we've had in a while. I mean, you don't really have great options to choose from, right? As far as past inside linebackers go, we go back to like I don't know Owani Unga or something, man. You guys remember Owani Unga? Man, he had everybody thinking he was gonna be a great man. Owani Unga played great preseasons, but I'm just saying I think he's overpaid. Of course, I think Blake Martinez overpaid as well. $10 million a year is too much for Blake Martinez. I mean, I don't even know how that meeting went down. You know, I would think the ball is in the Giants' court, not Blake Martinez's court. Um, I don't know how that meeting went down. You know, hey Blake Martinez, I know you had a lot of I know you had a lot of tackles, and they didn't use you correctly. Let me give you $10 million, and we'll use you the right way. I don't know how that went down. You know, I'm not sure. She Got Sports is in the building. What's going on, Lauren? Thanks for joining the stream, Lauren. I appreciate it. Anybody hasn't already, make sure. And because she's a content creator, she's automatically gonna get. I give all the content creators mods. She's gonna be a mod. But yeah, She Got Sports. What's going on? Just talking some Giants as Marcus Golden just got signed. Just want to go live because I don't really make videos in the smaller things, and just address the chat and give everybody my thought process on things. But yeah, back to Blake Martinez, man. He's gonna be our best linebacker we've had in a while because there's not really a great inside linebacker in a while because there's not really a great number of linebackers to choose from. You know, I mean, who's been a better inside linebacker in the past 5-6 years? Because I don't even think we've had an inside linebacker start for us for 2 consecutive years. Have we? Have we had linebacker start for us? I'm about to even look that up. I gotta turn my computer on, man. I may be here for a while because you guys are in the chat and you guys are booming in the chat. So As long as you guys stay around, I'll stay around too, because I got nothing better to do. I'm taking a day off of making videos. I got a couple videos in mind, guys. If you guys are just joining in the stream, stay tuned, all right? Stay tuned, all right? The Nick Gates film review is coming soon. So I'm going to get you Nick Gates lovers to understand why he is not a starting offensive lineman and why he's missing a key part of being a tackle in this league. PTA Sports, he's another content creator. I got to give you a mod. Give you a mod, man. I give all my content creators the mods. Johnny T in the building. He says, Kid Blue, now that Leo is out, we should spend that money on the defense. What do you think about bringing Yannick? What are you talking about? Leo Williams is out. What? Hold on. What? What are you saying? What do you mean? I would have preferred Fowler or Littleton. Littleton was the guy I want. Littleton is the perfect guy for this defense. Littleton runs a 3-4 defense, also has ran a 4-3 defense during that transition period with the Rams when they switched from a 4-3 to 3-4. He's familiar with that with both schemes, right? And Littleton is the best pass cover linebacker in free agency last year. He would have been perfect. He would have been perfect. But 10 million from Blake? No, man, no. Blake, listen, 10 million is one of the higher paid linebacker inside linebacker prices, man. Littleton got 13 million. Schobert got 10.5. I would have preferred Schobert. I know Schobert's not the best. I think he is. I think he covers a little bit. I would have preferred Schobert for 10.5 than Blake Martinez for 10. Jared Williams in the building. What's going on? If we do, we better extend Yannick. Johnny T, you got to tell me what's going on. Spend the money. Spend the Solder money on defense now that. But what do you mean Leonard Williams is out? What do you mean by that? Because I didn't hear about that. If Leonard Williams is out, I'll have to make a freaking new live and rename it something else because there's no way. Is Leonard Williams out for real, guys? Can you guys confirm that? Chat. Oh, he's on the non. Oh, come on. I knew that, Johnny. Okay. Johnny, I knew that, but doesn't mean he's out. He doesn't mean he's out. He's got a hamstring injury. He showed up to camp already hurt. So he was on, at least he's not on the PUP list, okay? He's on the NFI list. I mean, he could come off of that at any time. You scared the hell out of me, man. Johnny, don't do that, man. Johnny, don't do that, man. Don't do that. You scared the hell out of me. You had me thinking I'm about to make a video right now, man. Alright. Damn. Let me go back. Let's take a look at the Giants' past inside linebackers. Johnny, damn, bro. Hamstring's a minor thing. Yeah, it's a minor thing. Hamstrings linger all year, bro. Yeah, but Leonard Williams is not. He's got like a whole month before the season starts, and that's if the season starts on time. He's got like a whole month to fix that. I mean, it's not like he totally tore his hamstring. He didn't tear it. He had a hamstring sprain. He sprained his hamstring. So I mean that can take a week or two, tops. It could take a week or two. I mean, you would spend more time on the COVID list than with the hamstring issue. And the hamstring issue really bothers wide receivers and cornerbacks, not so much defensive linemen. You really see reoccurring hamstring issues in defensive backs and wide receivers. They really use their legs a little bit more than linemen do, as far as stressing out that muscle. How do you sprain a hamstring? I don't know. He has whatever he has. A pulled hamstring. He didn't tear his hamstring. That's all I'm trying to say, man. He didn't tear it. It's a partial tear maybe, but minor soreness. Come on, bro. Yeah. It's partial. I'm not worried about Leonard Williams at all. He'll be back. $10 super chat says he's at week 1. Well, you want to put it in now? You can put it in now and rescind it. I don't know. Archive dates. So, let's go back in the day. Let's go to 2018. Okay? Let's go to September 1st, 2018 for the Giants. All right. And who was our inside linebackers then? B.J. Goodson and Alec Ogletree, okay? Alec Ogletree, B.J. Goodson. Blake Martinez is for sure going to be better than those guys. Okay, that's 2018. 2017, I believe it was still Ogletree and Goodson. But just to be sure, let's go back to 2017. If we roll over the money we save from Solder, opting out when we cut Solder won't be so bad on dead money, instead of spending it. Yeah, I don't want. Didn't Ogletree start 2 seasons in a row? Yeah, he did. He's probably the only though. He's probably the only because B.J. Goodson didn't always start, and so okay, 2018 is when Ogletree came along. 2017, we still had B.J. Goodson starting, and I think B.J. Goodson, who did he replace? I'm just going back right now for those of you guys just joining in the chat. I'm just going back right now and looking at the former inside linebackers because everybody's hyping up Blake Martinez, and they're really pretty much doing that because he's the best inside linebacker the Giants had in a long time. I'm trying to prove that. Okay. Jasper Brinkley. All right. Jasper Brinkley. Kelvin Shepard. All right. Jasper Brinkley. Kelvin Shepard. Owani Unga. All right. I mean, these are the faces that we were dealing with. These are the faces. Jasper Brinkley, Owani Unga, Kelvin Shepard. And we re-signed Kelvin Shepard because somehow he was a fantastic linebacker for us. He really wasn't, but he was the best we had. All right. And then the days of John Beeson. Jameel McClain wasn't bad. Jameel McClain was not bad. Jameel McClain just was always hurt, and he was too old when he was playing with us because he spent a lot of time on the Ravens. But Jameel McClain was not bad. John Beeson spent so much time off the field, and as soon as he would come on the field, he would get hurt. But Alec Ogletree is the only guy that started consistently for 2 years, for at least 2 years, consecutive years for the Giants. So that really tells you how bad our linebacking core, our inside linebacking core especially, has been for a long time. Because our outside linebackers weren't that bad. It's just that we didn't play our outside linebackers that much because we were always in a nickel or dime defense. So obviously they're not going to get a lot of field time. But Jonathan Casillas was not bad. He actually had a good 2015 season, if I'm not mistaken. Jonathan Casillas. All right, and Jonathan Casillas was older too. He had a good season. He was the weak side. Strong side, Devon Kennard. You guys know I love me some Devon Kennard. All right, Devon Kennard's rookie year was shocking. Nobody thought Devon Kennard would have the season that he did in his rookie year. 4.5 sacks. He had one game where he had 3 sacks. What was that, against Jacksonville, where he won NFC Defensive Player of the Week? Listen, man. Linebacking core should be getting better. Looking onward, our linebacking core should be getting better. I'm really hopeful for Ryan Connolly. Now, Blake Martinez, I think he's going to be fine. I think Blake Martinez is going to have over 100 tackles. I think he's going to have a couple of pass defense. He may have a couple of sacks just because Patrick Graham knows how to use him well because they've worked together in the past before when Patrick Graham was a linebackers coach down there in Green Bay. So Blake Martinez is going to have a fine year, okay? Ryan Connolly, should he stay healthy, would be an excellent piece to put over next to him. And you look at the back end, all right? Who do you have in the back end? You have David Mayo, who's a run-stuffing linebacker. He's probably going to be used on a lot of third and short situations, 1st and 10, the running downs, right? And who else do we have back there? Tay Crowder, I think he's going to make the team. I really like Tay Crowder. You have Cam Brown, TJ Brunson. I'm not a huge fan of Cam Brown at all. I think Cam Brown might be used as an edge rusher just because our edge rushing depth is a little weak. So they might try him out on there. But Cam Brown, I don't envision really having a future on this team. I know a lot of people like him because he's probably a bigger name because he came from Penn State. I'm not a big Cam Brown guy, all right? I'm not a big Cam Brown guy. I'm really a Tay Crowder. The Giants drafted 3 inside linebackers last year in this year's draft. 3 inside linebackers between the 6th and 7th rounds, all right? And my favorite inside linebacker is the one we drafted last. And not even Cam Brown and TJ Brunson. It was Tay Crowder that impressed me the most out of Georgia. I'm a huge fan of Tay Crowder. He has an agility and toughness to him because he used to be a running back. But Todd Gurley was there, Nick Chubb was there, Sonny Michel, so he couldn't get his time as a running back. Carter Coughlin is a linebacker, but he's an outside linebacker. He's an edge rusher, so he doesn't count as an inside linebacker. But I do like Carter Coughlin. Carter Coughlin needs more competition. He needs to be able to beat somebody out because the edge rush position is so weak. And so we don't have much depth there. It's pretty much those 4 guys that we know of, right? It's Fackrell, Golden, O'Shane, Lorenzo. All right? Those are the 4 edge rushers. The Giants are probably going to keep 5 edge rushers, okay? Carter Coughlin, who else is going to compete with Carter Coughlin? They just cut Olawale Patiku, my guy Olawale Patiku. I mean, who else are they going to put out there? Who are our depth guys? I got to do the positional preview for the depth guys. Positional previews for the edge rushers. That's what I gotta do. Thank you guys so much also for also hitting the like button. We're already at 23 likes. You guys are freaking awesome, man. You guys are awesome. 23 likes already. You guys are awesome. Let's check it out. Edge rushers right now. Alright. I don't know why it says Batiku on here, but he's not on the team anymore. Devontae Downs. Chris Peace is not on the team anymore. And Devontae Downs. I mean, are these guys really going to make the roster? You know, Carter Coughlin doesn't have much competition there to really get him to develop. Also, you guys just hit it to 27 likes. You guys are awesome. Carter Coughlin needs competition. And he'll probably get a spot on the team just because we drafted him. And there's nobody else to put on there. We cut Chris Peace. We cut Olawale Patiku, right? We cut Olawale Patiku. I mean, the only guys on there, besides the 4 names that I mentioned, the 4 big names that you know are going to make the team, is Devontae Downs and Carter Coughlin. They're pretty much fighting for that 5th spot. That's it. You know? I don't like our depth at linebacker. I don't like our linebacking core at all. I mean, I don't like our outside linebackers at all. I think our inside linebackers. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get comfortable here. I think our inside linebackers are a lot better than our outside linebackers, and that was a different situation years ago, right? Different situation years ago. But our inside linebackers are way better than our outside linebackers. Our outside linebackers, yes, Golden is there. Fackrell, you don't know what you're going to get with Fackrell. You don't even know what you're going to get with Golden. You don't even know what you're going to get with Golden. You still need to react to the OBJ trade. Yes, Edward, yes. If you want, I'll film that tonight, and I'll get to editing. I'll get to editing it soon. I'll film that tonight, Edward. I got nothing better to do anyway. Like I said, I was going to take a break off of making videos. Not because I'm exhausted. I don't know. I was just going to make a break because I didn't know what else to do at the moment. Because I still have to go into the Nick Gates film and see what I want to pick out and film that. But I'll film I'll film it tonight, man. Because I've been waiting to play that. Waiting to react to that. Because I don't watch those videos. I really don't watch those videos at all. I don't watch my own videos that much. What OBJ trade? I don't know. What OBJ trade? The OBJ Yankee King, the OBJ trade from years ago when we traded OBJ. I told everybody I was gonna react to my reaction of it a year later because I was so against it. And I'm at a different viewpoint right now. You trying to play Madden when you're free? Yeah, Baveth, I'll play Madden. soon. I barely touch my Xbox to be honest. I only touch my Xbox when I'm like gonna film something or whatever. But I'll probably play with you guys um, soon. Betcher had everyone confused, so I can see why people not fond of positions. Yeah, you can tell. You can tell because when we brought, and I hope it's not the same situation with Patrick Graham, because remember when we brought James Betcher over here and he said he was going to run a hybrid 4-3-3-4, or he's going to run a hybrid scheme, and you never know where they're going to blitz from. I mean, it was already confusing. We didn't know what the hell was going on. And the Giants didn't look like they were ready to really transition to a 3-4. Sure, we got some pieces that knew the 3-4 and that was fit this 3-4, but we just, we had to work with what we had. And you can tell everybody was confused. Jabril, you look at the week one film. Look at the week one film against the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, the safeties were absolutely in la la land. They didn't understand what was going on. Jabril Peppers, when he was supposed to play single high, he was like focused on one guy in the slot and didn't even pay attention to the guy running right past him. Antoine Bethea was matched up on Amari Cooper in the slot at one point. I mean, there was a lot of confusion. Marcus Golden was playing cornerback, guarding up Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, there was a lot of weirdness going on. You could tell how bad that James Betcher's defense was during week one last year. Go back in the film and watch it. You're gonna see guys matched up on certain players that you're like, it's common sense, man. You wouldn't even do that on Madden. Even on Madden, would you guys have a old beat up Antoine Bethea matched up on Amari Cooper? Would you guys really do that? I wouldn't do that. So it's just James Betcher's scheme sucked, man. James Betcher's scheme was terrible. Don't sleep on Fackrell. Maybe he surprises us. Yeah, I'm not sleeping on Fackrell per se, Luis. I'm not really sleeping on Fackrell. It's just like you don't know what we're gonna get from Fackrell. You don't know what we're gonna get from any of these guys. Lorenzo Carter was supposed to develop 2 years ago. O'Shane Ximena is supposed to be getting there, but is he going down the Lorenzo Carter path? Is the question. He's supposedly training with OCU Minora, so maybe something happens there. But Marcus Golden, we didn't know that he was going to break out. His whole season has been a roller coaster. He had 1 year where he had like a 12 and a half sacks. The next year he had like 4. Okay. Marcus Golden was a roller coaster type year. Who knows? He's going to have a terrible year this year. And then, Kyler Fackrell, who had 1 year where he had 10 and a half sacks and never even touched that again. Last year was only because I'll give it to him. I'll give him the mulligan from last year because last year Preston Smith and Zadarius Smith showed up and they just took over. So Fackrell didn't really get a lot of time, but Fackrell did play. You guys just don't get me. I watched the Green Bay film. Okay, Fackrell did play. He just wasn't able to get there in time to beat Preston or Zadarius Smith. So that tells that he's not as good as those guys. I think Fackrell Golden combo will be good. Yeah, but is it anything to fear? I mean, our guys, our defensive coordinators really, our offensive coordinators really going to game plan for Marcus Golden and Kyler Fackrell. I don't think anybody's scared of them. I don't think any offensive line is afraid of them. I think most offensive game plans are going to be around the interior guys. Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, and Dalvin Tomlinson are going to be an absolute problem. All right? They're going to be a problem. Especially that Dexter Lawrence is learning how to play more on passing downs. Dalvin Tomlinson can do it as well. I know Dalvin Tomlinson is mostly a run stuffer, but you see him there on passing downs, forcing pressure sometimes, which is crazy how he can move that way. And Leonard Williams is supposed to be some pass rushing, 3 tech. So, I don't know. BJ Hill will be good in rotation as well. Yeah, BJ Hill will be all right. BJ Hill will be all right. I would have liked him to play last year. But you can tell the Giants made the move to get Leonard Williams because they didn't really like BJ Hill too much. Because BJ Hill was coming off a 5.5 sack season where he broke the Giants record. He broke the Giants single season rookie record for sacks. But the following year, we went half the year BJ Hill was silent. I thought BJ Hill was going to be coming out the gates running right where he left off last year. He did not. So, it is what it is, man. There was a reason why Leonard Williams showed up. There was a reason why. The middle of our line is nasty. Yeah, man. I'll tell you, I'm more afraid of our interior defensive linemen than I am the outside linebackers. I don't care. I honestly don't care. If I'm an offensive coordinator, I don't care about Fackrell. I don't care about Marcus Golden. Are they going to pull one off on me every once in a while? Probably. Probably. Are they fast enough to get to the quarterback? I mean, Marcus Golden hasn't really proved that he's very fast, and Kyler Fackrell's not a fast edge rusher. I'm more afraid of the interior line breaking down than the outside. That's because Betcher was an idiot. Yeah, Betcher did not know how to game plan with the players that we had. I will be very cautious when it comes to Ryan Connolly playing this year. He had a serious knee injury. The Giants might have him on IR because it takes a while to come back. Yeah, but remember, I know we shouldn't set this in stone yet, but remember, Ryan Connolly didn't start the year off on the PUP list. He's not on the PUP list right now. So that is a good sign. That is a good sign. He's not on any injury list right now. So now that's not to say that he won't end up on the list at some point. But right now he's not. So Giants cutting roster down to get everyone back in the building, able to do walkthroughs and train. I believe Judge has his ducks in a row, more confident in the team this year. Yeah, I still have to watch Joe Judge's tour of MetLife or tour of the training facility. I did not watch that yet. By the way, guys, thank you guys so much for 28 likes. Love it. We've been on for 41 minutes already. I didn't even know that. But thank you guys so much for 28 likes. Already 28 likes. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button. Helps out the channel and stream a lot. You guys are awesome. I say this because of the overabundance of linebackers that we have. What did you say, Earl? Oh, yeah. I know. I get it, but I don't think anybody's challenging. I mean, the one posing the biggest threat to Ryan Connolly right now is David Mayo, and I don't give David Mayo a really fighting chance over Ryan Connolly when healthy. If Ryan Connolly is healthy, I don't give David Mayo a fighting chance. Ryan Connolly is an excellent run stuffer and pass cover guy. I know David Mayo is a very good run stuffer, but we need a guy that can do both, unfortunately. We need a guy to do both. Yeah, DJ definitely put the work in. Yeah, Daniel Jones looking like Saquon a little bit. Look, the Saquads. Did you see Daniel Jones's quads, man? He's jacked. He's jacked. I would love to see, passers just trying to bring him down now. I'm like, oh man, you 10 pounds heavier. You feel 10 pounds heavier. The more I look at this coaching staff, the happier I am. I'm really digging Judge's mentality. Yeah. The jury's still out on Patrick Graham. I don't think Patrick Graham really put up a great resume to deserve a defensive coordinator spot. He's coming from Miami, which I get. Miami didn't have a lot of pieces to work with. They traded a couple of players, and including Minka Fitzpatrick, who was a huge part of their team. They got rid of a lot of players. A lot of players didn't really care. Similar to the Giants 2017 season where guys were just giving up. That's pretty much what Miami was doing. And, I understand Patrick Graham there, but that defense was historically bad. I mean, just historically bad. The Giants didn't even pull that off in 2017. And then and then prior to that, he was the linebackers coach for Green Bay. I'm sorry, but Green Bay is never known for their linebackers besides last year, and he was not part of them last year. Patrick Graham does not have a fantastic resume. Yes, he's coming from a Bill Belichick coaching tree. They worked together in New England, Graham and Judge, but I don't see Graham really doing a. Sorry, I got a gas bubble. I drink soda before I started this, and the more you talk, the more these gas bubbles go up when you drink soda. But I don't think Patrick Graham's resume really resonates to really be excited for this year. So I'm just gonna wait and see before I even say anything. But everybody else, the position coaches, they're great. Coach Chaos and the defensive line coming from Penn State, with Sean Spence. Mark Colombo, the offensive line coach. The running backs coach from Alabama, whose name is escaping my mind right now. We still have Tyke Tolbert, I believe, as our wide receiver coach. who did a phenomenal. Is he still our wide receivers coach? Giants. Real quick, guys. Let me see if Tyke Tober is still our wide receiver coach. Yes, he is. I think that, yeah, they decided to keep Tyke Tober. Yeah, who's the receivers coach? Yeah. So, and remember, Tyke Tober really did a great job on Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton, coming out of college, was terrible. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. You guys, I know we all love Slayton right now, right? It's hard to believe that just last year, Darius Slayton had a really weird college film tape. You guys can, the videos are still there. You guys could probably check it out. Darius Slayton, Auburn versus whatever. And Darius Slayton barely caught 50% of his passes. Some of them were right to him. He just drops them. He ran terrible routes. His catching skills were awkward. The way he caught the ball it was awkward. I was not confident with Darius Slayton going into the season. And then, just a couple days later in rookie minicamp, the dude was like the best wide receiver on the squad. And then we go into training camp and then he was looking like the best wide receiver on the squad. But then he went down with an injury and didn't play. I think he came in week 3. I think he started playing in week 3. But Darius Slayton picked it up, and I really contribute that to Tyke Tolbert. Not to mention you got Jason Garrett in there, who I'm extremely excited about. Probably my favorite pickup we've had all season this year. James Bradbury and Jason Garrett are my favorite additions to the team as far as free agency goes. Of course, you guys know I love me some Andrew Thomas. So, Slayton had drops early, true. Yeah, he had some drops, and he wasn't looking good in the beginning. In the beginning of training camp and things like that, he wasn't good at all. He kept dropping the ball, but then it's like he flipped a switch and got more focused. I don't know if the coach was working with him overtime or Daniel was working with him overtime or Eli, but Darius Slayton just flipped the switch, man, and he was automatically just running better routes, catching the ball, looking more, I don't know, technically sound there. So I wonder if there's anybody out of these 15 people who haven't hit the like button yet. Just get me to 30, man. Let's get to 30. Let's get to 30 likes, shall we? If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button. Let's get to 30 likes. We'll probably go on for like another 10 minutes or so, just about an hour. So if you guys want to ask your questions, you guys can ask your questions. Fackrow's 10-sack season was with Graham in Green Bay. Yes, I understand that, which is good. Which is good. I just hope that they're able to use Fackrell in a similar way. Patrick Graham was the linebackers coach, not the defensive coordinator. So, now he's the defensive coordinator. Let's see what he does with him. Patrick Graham's job as a position coach, as the linebacker coach, is just to get the guy ready to play, just to get the guy in position to play. So, I mean, I do hold that as some sort of stock that Fackrell had a really good season under Patrick Graham as a linebacker coach. So, that's a good point. James Cabrales. What's going on, James? You never answered my question, bro. Go ahead and drop the question, Johnny. I know you're very excited about something. Quadzilla. I'm trying to go back in the comments here and see what you said, but I don't know what you said. What was the question? What was the question? Hey, a live stream us old timers can stay up for. What's going on, Online Big Blue Sports? What's going on, man? Another video maker in the chat. What's up, man? We're just talking Blake Martinez, talking Darius Slayton. We were talking inside linebackers for like a good, I don't know, 20 minutes on the inside linebackers. What else were we talking about, guys? Just another day. Yeah, just another day here. Just another day here waiting for the Giants season to start, waiting for football season to start, if it starts. Everybody's just itching and scratching for the season to start. I just got off of work. United States Postal Service, baby. Just got off of work. Just wanted to talk to you guys for a little bit. I know that Markus Golden officially signed a tender at $5.1 million now coming off the cap. So I don't know if that cap was already estimated out, when he announced he was going to come back before he signed the tender. I don't know if the cap was already assumed off, but Um, Spending the Solder money on Yannick. No, no, Johnny, no. If that was your question, Johnny, no. Johnny, I'm not doing that. I'm not spending the money on Yannick Ngakoue. I want this money to roll over. I want this money to roll over. I entertained the talk of Jadeveon Clowney, and I entertained the talk of Logan Ryan to try to start the discussion back when back when Nate Solder did, opt out. But looking at it now, we don't have enough cash. We don't have enough money. We have to save some money throughout the season. We have like less than $10 million right now. What do you guys want to do with less than 10 million? Even if you can get, say we have like $9 million right now in cap. Even if we get Logan Ryan for like 5, or say we get Jadeveon Clowney for miraculously 5. Well, we have $5 million left on our cap the whole season, man. And what is Jadeveon Clowney gonna do for us in 1 year? This is a rebuilding team. I think you guys have to understand that this is a rebuilding team. You could argue that Marcus Golden wasn't even needed, but I think Marcus Golden was a bargain, so that's why I'm pretty much okay with it. If the cap drops to 175 in 2021, we are in trouble if we sign anyone. Exactly my point. That's why I said the Chiefs are screwed. That's why I said the Chiefs are absolutely screwed. How much did they pay? How much did they pay Chris Jones? 20 mil, something like that. Did they pay Chris Jones 20 mil and Patrick Mahomes, who is on a very team-friendly contract? Let's take that into account. He's not getting paid $50 million a year, but that's gonna hurt. That cap is gonna be down. People are saying the cap is gonna be down for about 4 years. 4 years. We only have 7 million in 2021 if the cap is at 195. Exactly. So we have to save this money. I think the Giants should be smart in saving this money. Now I don't know why they went out and extended Nick Gates. That's probably not the smartest move right now. I didn't say Clowney. I said Yannick. Yeah, but you're not Johnny. Yannick is gonna demand more money. Yannick is going to demand more money. Your best bet is Clowney. Clowney has been a free agent for a long time now. Not just for one season. Yeah, but we don't have the cap. We just don't. We just don't, Johnny. It doesn't matter how we didn't save. A lot of people think we saved a lot from Nate Solder. We didn't save a lot. We didn't save a lot. We don't have cap going into next season. We need to save it. Trust me, guys. Just trust me. Please trust me. I know everybody wants to get impatient. I know everybody wants to just sign everybody. We can't. We can't. Just listen. The Gates made no sense since he was a restricted free agent. Yeah, it didn't, looking back on it. And, if the Giants were to re-sign him at the tail end of his contract next year, and we had the means to do it, and they did so, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I don't like Nick Gates, but I see the value he possesses being a David Deal type offensive lineman, a guy that moves around the offensive line and could be used anywhere. Now, David Deal started at every position just because he was great. But, Nick Gates, I understand his value, but I don't understand why we signed him for that much money and we extended him a whole year before his contract is over, being a restricted free agent. Maybe they thought that other teams would go up and try to sign him, or maybe try to overpay for him, and the Giants would have to compete and pay for. Maybe they just wanted to sign him now and not have to worry about the headache of bidding for him. But if you get into a bidding war for Nick Gates, you need to let go. Just let him go. Just let him go, man. Nick Gates isn't the only guy you could see moving around the offensive line. Gates 6 mil base for a couple of years, backup, good value. It's I guess. But what if what if Nick Gates isn't really needed? What if Matt Peart and Andrew Thomas work out and they're solid? They have no injury concerns and they're solid. Kevin Zeitler, people are saying you may cut him after next year. I don't see what the reason of doing that is. He still has a lot left in the tank. and Will Hernandez is still there. What does Nick Gates really have to offer? Okay, Nick Gates' contract isn't that bad though. It's $3 million per year. Yes, Johnny, but you're not understanding. It's $3 million per year. We're already tight on cap space, and the cap space is supposed to diminish by a whole $20 million next year. We're going from like 198 to 175. That's what is that? $22 million. Phil Sims is my hero. Says Parrott is not the answer this year. I know he's not the answer. No, that's not what I'm saying. The contract extension starts in 2021. Matt Parrott should be ready to play in 2021. Let's say Andrew Thomas and Matt Parrott are ready and they're good. And Kevin Zeitler and Will Hernandez are good. And we draft a center. What use does Nick Gates have making $3 million a year? You know? The only reason why, you know, nobody's talking about Cam Fleming being paid $4 million a year is because Cam Fleming is supposed to start at $4 million. He was supposed to start this season. Who else was supposed to start? You know, we got rid of Mike Remmers, and he was the guy penciled in to start. So that's why he got paid $4 million. I'm not paying Nick Gates $3 million to be a backup. You don't pay backup linemen to be $3 million to have for $3 million. You pay him like $2 million. John Jalapeno was resigned for like $1 million. Spencer Pulley, when he signed his 3-year contract with us, he got 3 years, $3 million. He got $1 million, just over $3 million, 3.1 or something like that, right? Just over $3 million over 3 years. So that's $1 million a year. You know, that's where you sign depth linemen to. They don't get much playing time. You know, Nick Gates got a lot of money. That's assuming, you know, they're already assuming that these guys are probably going to get hurt, not work out, whatever the case may be. Pulley stinks, bro. Beat him up. Yeah, Pulley's not good. But I'm just waiting for Shane Lemieux to come in. I'm just waiting for Shane Lemieux to come in and take over that role. Shane Lemieux is awesome, man. Shane Lemieux is awesome. I hope he could transition to center. Center is a hard position to play. You know, you got to get all the reads and protections out there. You got to be more vocal. You got to be more attentive to the situations. It's not like you're playing guard and you just got to focus on your assignment. Center, you're paying attention to everything. You know, you're calling protections out to your quarterback. You're calling protections out to your linemen. You're shifting your protections. You're shifting. You know, you're identifying blitzes. You're identifying anything, man. You got to help out. You know, the guards. You know, when they're getting in trouble. You know, center is a hard position to play. Don't get me wrong. I just hope Shane Lemieux can transition nicely. KB, do you get chased by dogs when you're working? Yes. Let me tell you something. I love dogs, and dogs love me. But it seems like every time I pull up and I have a package in my hand, dogs want my head. I don't understand what it is. I'm a rural carrier, so that means I don't have the trucks. I have my own van. I have a personally owned van, a POV. And so I pull up in just a regular old minivan. It's not even the hat, man, because sometimes I don't even wear the hat. Because I'm a rural carrier. I don't dress up in the uniform like the city carriers do. I wore like this today. I went in my Planet Fitness shirt. You know, I look like an everyday guy dropping packages to your door. I look like I'm one of those guys on a contract, like a contractor, but I'm not. I'm with USPS. And so I pull up in a minivan and all of this stuff. And, you know, any other time I pull up in a minivan or I pull up in anything to somebody's house, dogs love me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's my scanner. I don't know if it's the packages, but dogs want to kill me. Little chihuahuas that if I wasn't working, I probably would have punted it like Riley Dixon, punting, you know, to get to the damn, pinning the ball inside the 5-yard line, man. I punt that thing like Riley Dixon, man. But I'm working, I'm on the clock, so anything, you know, the union is not going to protect me when I come up to them and say, hey, they're trying to fire me because somebody reported me kicking their dog across the yard. You know, it's not going to happen. So I gotta stay in my car. I gotta beep the horn, act like I'm scared of the dog. I'm not really scared of dogs. I just don't want to deal with them. But, you know, even big dogs. I grew up with big dogs my whole life. But, jeez, man. It must be that beard and stash. I don't know, man. Listen, I live in Florida, so there's a lot of lot of hillbillies in Florida, especially where I'm at. I'm a rural carrier. I deliver to very, very rural areas. I'm talking about places you would have never thought existed. All right. I'm probably gonna I want to make another channel just for USPS stuff. Um, just because I'm a rural carrier, I want to make another channel just for that stuff because I don't think you guys would be interested in watching that on this channel. So I may make another channel for that. But I got a bunch of crazy stories, man. Crazy freaking stories. Like I remember pulling up one time to this dirt road. I mean, the dirt road was like a freaking roller coaster. It was just twist and turn. Like literally, your car was going this way on the dirt road, pulling up to somebody's driveway, right? Pulling up to somebody's driveway, and I get out the car, and it looks safe. I'm like, this looks a little sketchy. Maybe they got dogs anyway. I get out the car, take this big freaking package out, and walk into the door. I kid you not, just a freaking horde of like mid-sized to small-sized dogs just bursting out under the porch, just like a freaking carpool of freaking dogs coming out. And I swear to everything, I dropped that package and I ran the hell back in my van, dude. You know, I scanned it. I scanned it already. I left it right at the damn. If the dogs rip it up, then they rip it up. That's not my issue, man. I came there. I scanned it. The scanner says that I scanned it at your house. I'm leaving, bro. I'm out. I'm out. Oh man. Question. I heard a rumor about a Kid Blue and online Big Blue live stream. Any truth since you are both on? Must have been Deltona. No, I don't live around there. I live in Central Florida. Central. But no, I not really a live stream, but a video. If you wanted to make a video, you can. Just that live streams are very hard to do. I have my schedule set of live streams already. You know, every Wednesday. It's hard for me to fit in another live stream. That's the only thing. But if you want to make a video, you can. How many rings do you think DJ gets before the time he retires? You know, this question is very like anytime somebody tries to answer this question, there's really no answering it based on an educated standpoint. The only the only time you could answer this question is by a bias standpoint, right? That's the only way to answer this question because you could ask anybody, nobody, any answer I give you or any answer anybody else gives you is going to come from a bias sense of a biased answer. It's not going to come educated because there's no analytics, there's no statistics you can go into about how many rings he's going to win. But if you ask me, I want to say that Daniel Jones wins at least one. Why do I say that? Is because it's very rare that a quarterback wins two. So, you know, I don't expect Daniel Jones to be better than Eli Manning. Do I want him to be? Absolutely. Anybody that I want currently playing for the Giants, I want them to be better than the past, of course. But I'm not going to expect that. So, but I like where the Giants are going. I think Joe Judge and Daniel Jones are going to be the next. Call me crazy. Call me crazy, but if everything works out, just by the attitudes of both these guys, just about the storyline that is presenting right now, Joe Judge and Daniel Jones could be the next Brady and Belichick. I'm telling you this right now, okay? I'm telling you this right now. I know Daniel Jones doesn't have the fire that Brady has, but I think he has what it takes. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm going to say one. I'm going to say one. To try to be as educated and non-biased as possible, I'm going to say one. It's very hard to say two. I think there's only like 6 or 7 quarterbacks in the whole NFL history that has more than two. I mean, that has more than one. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe there's 10. I thought there was like 6 or 7. But, you know, is Daniel Jones going to get to that point? I don't know. I don't know. It's very hard to say that he's going to crack a top 10, you know, players to get top 10 quarterbacks to get, you know, 2 rings starting. Very hard to achieve that. He's gonna win 5 rings. Dude, I hope so. Johnny, I hope so. What do you think about Tua in Miami? I think Tua is in a really, or Dan Reeves or Dave Brown. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. I know a lot of people like to say the Dave Brown thing because of the Duke connection, but no, they're not the same. Shh. Let's not bring that negative energy in here. But what do you think about Tua in Miami? I think Miami is still in a bad spot. I know they came, you know, they beat the Eagles. I think they beat the Colts. They beat a couple of teams at the end of the last year, and they really got a little momentum going. But you don't know if that momentum is going to keep going. I don't know if Tua's even going to start in the beginning of the season, day one. I don't think Tua's in the best position right now. Tua has no receivers to work with, no tight ends. I think they traded for like Adam Shaheen or something like that. That's not going to get it done. That's not enough. So Tua's going to struggle this year. Tua is going to put the team on his back. Joe Burrow is in such a better situation than Tua is. Oh my God. I know that Cincinnati had the first overall pick, but oh my God, offensively looking at it, Joe Burrow is in a freaking glorious situation. To have AJ Green, Tyler Boyd, what's his name? Uh, what's his name? John Ross, right? One of the fastest receiver in the NFL. Having those three receivers with Joe Mixon in there, I know their offensive line is bad. No need to remind me. I know their offensive line is bad. They have Bobby Hart starting for them. All right, they've got a bad offensive line. Don't get me wrong, but the offensive line can fix throughout the years as long as you just keep those weapons there and you fix that offensive line. Joe Burrow is going to be fine. At least people warmed up to Daniel Jones. Okay, he deleted the comment. All right. Tua won't last. Yeah, Tua has injury issues. Now, talking about Cincinnati's offensive line, the Miami Dolphins offensive line is not better. It's not that much better. They got rid of Laramie Tunsil. I don't think the Pouncey brother, I don't think I don't know if it's Marcus Pouncey? Marquise Pouncey? I don't know. The Pouncey brother is not there anymore. I believe not. They don't have great guys there on that offensive line. I could look at their offensive line. Dave Brown was a train wreck. Yes, he was. The Bengals ruined everyone eventually. Yeah, I agree. The stream hit 33 likes, guys. Thank you guys so much. If you guys haven't already, please hit that like button. Thank you. At least people now like Daniel Jones. Dave Brown was hated and he got drafted and stayed that way. Maybe because he sucked. And he never even deserved. Listen, if Daniel Jones didn't play well, he would have still been getting the hate. The problem is Daniel Jones played well. That's the reason why everybody, softened up to Daniel Jones. Let's look at the offensive line for the Miami Dolphins. Okay, Julian Davenport is not good. Okay, he's coming from the Houston Texans. He's their starting left tackle right now. Solomon Kinley, who was the guard for Georgia this year, rookie, starting at left guard. Ted Karras, whatever his name is, starting at center. Don't even know who the hell that is. Michael Dieter, who's a third-round pick 2 years ago. I think Dieter, where is he coming from? Ohio State? If I guess that right, I will. Where is he coming from? Michael Dieter, Wisconsin. Okay, I apologize. And then Jesse Davis at right tackle. Who the hell is Jesse Davis? Can somebody tell me who the hell Jesse Davis is? Like, seriously. That offensive line is terrible in Miami. And Tua's coming off an injury where we didn't even know he was going to play this year. So, and he barely played anything last year because of it. So, I don't know if Tua's going to last either. I think Tua's in a really, really bad spot. If you're asking me, I think Ryan Fitzpatrick should start most of the year. I know everybody wants to give Tua the chance to win Rookie of the Year. He's not going to last. Dude is not going to last. Dolphins didn't draft Particle. Dolphins didn't draft well besides Tua. Let's look at they drafted. Let's see who they drafted. Robert Hunt is not a bad pick. He's from a small school. Robert Hunt. No, actually, the Dolphins drafted fine. The first rounds I liked. Did I? I mean, they're building their defense the right way. I'll tell you that much. Their offense sucks. The Dolphins' offense is bad. They're building their defense the right way. They picked up Kyle Van Noy. They have Xavier Howard, who's on the PUP list. They have Eric Rowe there at safety. Bobby McCain at free safety, Byron Jones at the other cornerback spot, and they drafted a first round corner in Noah Igbenogany. I can't believe I just said that. Um, Jerome Baker is a sleeper. They have Camus Grugier-Hill, who got cut from Philly. Christian Wilkins, who's a beast. Devon Godshaw and Shaq Lawson. I mean, they've got a good defense. Their defense is going to be good next year. Who's their defensive coordinator? Josh Boyer. I don't even know what the hell that is. But Miami should be good. Miami should be good defensively, not offensively. I actually like the way Dolphins started their rebuild. I just worry about Tua staying healthy. Yeah, Tua might have not been the right pick. If the Dolphins can afford, if the Dolphins were able to afford to not start a quarterback, a rookie quarterback, or not start a quarterback for a couple years, they should have picked up Justin Herbert. Because Justin Herbert is right now. Justin Herbert sucks. Justin Herbert is garbage. I think he's bad. I think if you were to start Justin Herbert right now, he would be a bust automatically. He would be worse than Josh Rosen. But Justin Herbert has what it takes to be good. He just needs to sit behind a player sit behind a quarterback for a couple years. Now, I don't know if sitting behind Tyrod Taylor is really the best option, but I want to say what's up to Lestat Walton. He's the one who helped me out and created my new logo that everybody loves so much. So shout out to my man Lestat. Lestat also got some merch, some Kid Blue merch. He got himself a sweatshirt and a T-shirt. Appreciate that, Lestat. I was able to gift him up some merch, man, for helping me out for all those weeks we were trying to figure out how to get the logo going. I think the Miami head coach knows something about defense. Tua is a moneymaker for them. Yeah, of course the coach knows about defense. Dude's freaking, what's his name? Brian Flores. He was what was he? Was he like an assistant defensive coordinator or something like that? And linebackers coach over there, or something like that. I'm a Dolphins fan, and I hope the Giants win the NFC East. Much respect and good luck this season. I appreciate that, Josh Valencia. Yeah, I definitely think your team is rebuilding the right way. They definitely have a real big problem at the quarterback position, but they have two quarterbacks there that can start before Tua starts. You got Josh Rosen there, and you have Ryan Fitzpatrick. I don't know how those guys are really going to last, but you guys can hold off as much as you can. I just hope they do to not ruin Tua's career, because that offensive line is terrible. You got to wait until Robert Hunt develops. Jonathan Hubbard is, what is he, a free agent? He's another rookie they got there, but you got to develop that offensive line, man. It sucks. But yeah, Lestat, our main man, Olawale Betiku, got cut, man. I hope they somehow bring him back, because I honestly don't know why they cut him. I don't know why. Our depth for our edge rushers are terrible. We have like 6 edge rushers. We cut Chris Peace. We have like Devontae. Listen, we have the 4 guys, right? The 4 main guys: Golden, Fackrell, Carter, Zimenez. Then Carter Coughlin, right? And then we have Devontae Downs. We have 6 edge rushers right now. 6! We're supposed to keep 5. So, you already know Devontae Downs is out of there. Carter Coughlin was drafted. Sorry, they're going to take priority over him. You telling me you have no competition? How are these guys going to get better? You got to have competition for them. How are they going to get better? I don't know. I don't know why they didn't keep Batiku, man. They could have cut a lineman. They could have cut an offensive lineman. They could have cut one of these tight ends. We have so many tight ends. Evan Ingram, Levine Toilolo, Caden Smith, Garrett Dickerson. Who else do we got? Kyle Markway, Rice and John. That's 6 tight ends already. I gotta check. We're missing one. Slipping off the top of my tongue. Hold on. We're missing. I did the position preview for tight ends already. I can't remember. Eric Tomlinson. There we go. That's the last one. 7 tight ends. And we have no preseason games. So it's not like you're going to see these guys play anyway. We have 7 tight ends. And you couldn't cut one of them and keep Olawale Batiku on there? Are you serious? Why the hell do we need Kyle Markway on the team? The hell we need this guy on for? I don't know. In the beginning of the season, Josh Rosen did terrible, but Fitzpatrick turned it around with the same crew. Yeah, so Josh Rosen is bad, but I'd probably start Josh Rosen before I even start Tua. Honestly, that offensive line is terrible. I'm not starting Tua until the offensive line can prove that they can protect somebody. Low-key, I think tight end is the strongest group on the team. Let me see. Strongest group on the team as a whole. No, I'd say the interior. The interior is our biggest strength. The interior defensive line is our biggest strength the Giants have right now. And we have great depth at it. Great depth. Fantastic depth. You got a team where your starting 3 on the interior are Leonard Williams, Dalvin Tomlinson, and Dexter Lawrence. Behind them, you have R.J. McIntosh, B.J. Hill, Austin Johnson. Who else am I missing? Chris Slayton, and that's it. Nico Lalos, who's an undrafted guy. But that interior defensive line is great. I love it. I love it. If Ingram is healthy. It doesn't even matter if Ingram's healthy. I don't think they're the strongest group. Maybe offensively. Just because you have a lot of experience with Levine Toilolo. Caden Smith is a fan favorite. Evan Ingram should be good if they're healthy. That's 3 good linebacker, 3 good tight ends right there. And then hopefully Rice and John could be an X factor. That's all assumed. That's all assuming stuff. Thompson is really good. Williams is okay. Lawrence is just a young pup. We're not 100% on what he'll be. No, Lawrence is great. Lawrence was fantastic last year. What are you talking about? I mean, I know he hasn't reached the potential yet, but he's still a great player, and that's a good thing. That he's not 100% yet, and he's still a beast. Teams are gonna game plan for Dexter Lawrence, guarantee you that. And Dalvin Tomlinson and Leonard Williams. I'm not a big fan of Leonard Williams, but all 3 of those guys together makes a pretty damn good interior. Pretty damn good. So, guys, I'm going to wind up wrapping this up right now. Just wanted to come on and talk to you guys for a little bit, talk some Markus Golden, talk anything, Giants related, whatever the case may be. So, I'm going to wrap this up now. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for sticking around with me and, liking the stream. 35 likes. Thank you guys so much for that. And, yeah, guys, I will see you guys in the next stream. See you later, Charles. See you later, guys.